Somebody save me. Somebody save me.
All right.
Somebody save me. Say it again. Say it in a super.
What? Saying it super what?
To say it like it's a super spooky movie, like intense, and you got to say it to captivate the audience.
Somebody save me. Help me.
Oh, the help me ruined it. Dude, the first part was good. I felt it.
Shit. Okay.
And then all of a sudden I get a help me. What the hell was that?
Help me.
Somebody save me.
Are we?
No whistling.
Oh, we can't just. He told us
No.
we couldn't whistle back.
What if they followed you?
No, they didn't freaking
Hold
follow
on.
me. Hold it. Hold it for the show.
Door is open.
Yeah, hold it for the show.
I'm sitting here trying to get onto YouTube. The last 5 minutes. I should probably open up an article. I just want to see what's going on. Yeah, what is that? Okay, let's go down the list. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Deb, Audrey, Kathy, Deb again, Roger Rabbit, Deb again, Miss Dixie, how you doing? Kathy in the Berg, Mary Mansfield, Brother Vincent, Deb again, Audrey again, Kathy in the Berg again, Deb again. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Linda? Holly Ann, Jamie Christopher. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Welcome to the main event.
Do I look like I've been working out?
No.
Good.
How's your back?
Socks. What up? He calls me Socks. So don't judge me. That ain't the only time I keep socks on, bro.
Bruh. Oh, man. Are we really sitting here or are we ghostesses?
Hello?
Is it me you're looking for? Oh,
Is it
not
me
really.
you're looking for? Where's Izzo at?
He's in the house.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dominic Izzo in the house.
All right. Shall we?
Shall we shall? Come on! How much time we got? We got 28 seconds. I'm going to pull something up just in case.
More. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocci Stucci.
What society deems abnormal, we here at Abnormal Realities find it comfortable. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition
Of Abnormal Realities with Phillips and Stucci.
Fist bump.
Right there.
Boom.
All right. You know people did that just now,
You
right?
know people did that,
They looked
bro.
at it. They went, oh, okay.
Let's do it again. All right,
ready?
everybody
Here we
at
go.
the same
Fist
time.
bump.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Fist bump.
Fist bump.
Give me
You
some.
know you did it. You know you did it. Man, what a weekend. It was a weekend, dude.
It was a weekend.
It was a weekend.
It
I
was a weekend.
I was all frantic on Sunday.
Yes, you.
The
So-
closer we got to time. Yes, Rocky, you in the front row.
I'm just going to start out with a bang.
Hit it.
Ron Phillips.
What?
Brother Ron Phillips, no lie, no joke, first time in my paranormal career. Stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special announcement coming through my phone as we speak right now. The phone line is opening, not on the show, but on my phone. And what do you know? It's from Mr. Dominic Izzo sending me a text message. I'm going to open it up with Brother Phillips together as a team. Excuse me, Petey. Go right there, punk. Okay, we're going to open this together.
This has the makings of a very bad moment in show history.
Whoop, sorry, I'm getting a little excited. Hold on a second. Let me put this back on. All right. Message incoming from Dominic Izzo. Let's see. Oh!
Dude, you threw it down on a table where people can see it.
Oh!
I don't even really want to touch it.
Oh!
That's nasty.
Oh, wait a minute.
Socks.
He's wearing socks.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. All the pictures that Dominic and I have sent together, look at this, all popped up. Dude. And I know which one you looked at, the witch's finger, didn't you?
This is almost worse than going to Hill House. Almost.
DI.
Yes.
Dominic Izzo in the house.
Yes, Audrey. Yes.
Woo.
Audrey.
9 out of 10, buddy.
My eyes, Tim says. Yep, my eyes. No, wow. Sarah, we're not showing that. Okay.
Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah, we know you tagged us in some tweets.
Yep. So, all right, here it is.
So you're my
first time
ever
in the history of me doing this did I ever meet anybody like Mr. Ron Phillips, who literally brought an extra pair of underwear.
Did I not say I was going to do that? And pants, just in case I soiled those too.
I thought that was radio talk.
No, dude, I told you I was bringing extra drawers and pants.
I never in my life. Oh, did your wife bring extra drawers?
No.
Oh, no, she didn't.
No. And she laughed at me when I grabbed them to put them in my backpack.
I thought that was radio garbage, and we were just saying things. Not Phillips. He brought a bag with underwear.
I did. However, happy belated birthday, Delaney says.
Thank you, D.
Rocky's now 53 and old.
I ain't 53.
All right, 52.
You're joking, right?
How old are you?
This relationship is really going off today. It started early with you, Phillips. It started at about 10:30. And I've been mad at Phillips for the rest of the day.
Rocky is 48 years old, 48 years young, actually. That puts him about 100 years behind me. So, yeah, I'm already getting my AARP card. You're going to get yours soon.
I still got it, too. 48 years old, man.
What you going to do when you hit 50?
Just like what you're seeing right now.
Go get a colonoscopy. You know it.
And live stream it. They got microscopic cameras that actually connect right to your Wi-Fi, that connect to your phone, and our phone connects to you, and you're going to see my large intestine. So he brought underwear.
I did.
To the place.
I did.
So here, let's
start at the beginning, shall we?
Yeah, we should.
Okay. So we get to your house, right? Brad and Beth are coming their direction.
You're really going to the beginning.
We get to your house. Found out Lisa wasn't going with us.
Were you upset about that?
I was a little upset because Lisa could have worked
she could have protected you, Ron.
No, she could have brought something to us, right? Do you think? I don't know. Anyhow, so I rode with Rocky and Misty, and my family followed us up there. That was the one video that we did that we were on our way. But we get into town, and Rocky's driving all over Mineral Wells because his GPS was not giving him the correct direction.
It was GPS, and I got called names for it.
No, you didn't.
Yep, Misty.
However, we did turn on the road where the Haunted Hill House was, and bam, there it was right there in front of us. And did it freak you out like it did me?
Everything has a making of a movie because you got the big mountain behind it.
The big hill behind it, and hence the hill
all
house.
by itself.
And it is at the very end of the street. It's right dead center of that street.
And certain people did not even want to go in.
That's correct. But let's talk about the first one in the house, shall we?
Let's talk about the first one.
Who was the first one in the house?
Well, when we travel, Ron has to pee a lot,
and I was hurting.
He had to pee. I mean, like he said, he was getting goosebumps.
So the owner, he was up there talking to somebody, and we had already had 5-10 minute conversation with the guy who was leaving the house, and he was freaking me out with some of the stuff he was talking about.
But
Ryan,
he's investigated it probably 30 times.
Oh, he's been in there doing the Lone Wolf Challenge, which you have to spend the night by yourself in there. and you have to be live on Facebook so people can tell you what to do and which room
so
to go
you know
in.
what they're going to do?
What?
You know what they're going to do? I talked about this today at work. They're going to say, go upstairs, go into the crawl hole, and then go back into the attic crawl hole area for an hour in the dark and put blindfolds on.
Okay. Anyhow, he was freaking us out with some of his stories because he's had some pretty tough experiences in there. And then I think he said they actually followed him home.
Yep.
Somebody did.
More than once.
So he's talking, and we get done talking, and I look at the owner. His name is Sonny.
Sonny.
And I say, Sonny, do you have like bathroom facilities around here that I can use real quick? I thought he was going to take me to the trailer. He said, oh, no, come on in. My heart dropped.
Yep. I stayed outside.
What I did not know, however, was that when he took me in, the minute you walk in that back door, you're in this little room and there's this scarecrow guy looking at you. He's freaking weird. Off to the right is Jacob's room where the woman got yanked out of the bed. Yep. You turn left and you walk through the living room. And in the living room, there is a bathroom door.
Yep.
Right here. Is that the one he took me to?
Nope.
No, it's not. He walks me through a long hallway into another bedroom called the Shadow Man room.
The Shadow Man room.
Pushes open the door on a bathroom with the sign above it called the Suicide Bathroom.
It was called the Suicide Bathroom.
For a reason, actually.
Yes.
Pushes it open. It's got a red glowing light in there.
Yep.
He says, here you go. This is the bathroom right here. Well, I didn't know any better.
Yeah, like the sign was not a good indicator.
I didn't know any
all.
better. He says, okay, I'll be outside, and took off. And I'm standing in the house by myself. Asked me if I closed the door on the bathroom. No, I did not, actually. I had to close it a little bit because the toilet was behind the door.
I just want to say for the record, for the rest of the night, we peed in teams.
Yes, we did. We didn't even close the door. Somebody just stand outside the door with your back to the
and talk. Just talk and make me feel part of a conversation, okay?
That is the thing. He's not even lying. Nope. We did pee in teams. Okay. So it was the shortest, longest pee I've ever had in my life. I didn't look up from the toilet water. I knew there was a mirror on the wall behind me, and it was it was a bathroom that was big enough to have a mirror and a sink on one end. It was long and thin, and a toilet and a bathtub on the other.
That's it. And
the walls were wood. It was like they took the paneling off the wall.
Yep.
And it wasn't studded walls. It was like, what do you call that? Shiplap walls. But they were all old wood color,
it looked
right?
Cool, though.
Dude, I peed in that toilet, and then I just kept telling myself, don't listen to anything. Don't listen, don't listen, don't listen. And I kept going, just pee, just pee, just pee. And as soon as I got done, shook the dew off the lily, washed my hands, and got the hell out of that bathroom.
Go!
And I had to walk back through the house by myself. Don't listen, don't listen, don't listen. I kept saying, don't listen, don't listen, don't listen.
You didn't know really where you were going.
No, I knew exactly where I was going because it didn't take me near as long to get from the bathroom back to the door as it did the first time. I came out that door, and I had this like a big weight lifted off my shoulders because now I'm outside with everybody else.
He held his breath the whole time he was in there.
Oh, God, dog.
Dude,
and I'm going to tell you,
we got yelled at.
The atmosphere in that house.
Yep.
Not just the heavy.
Yep.
I mean, because it feels heavy, right?
Yep.
But they have this house dressed to the nines. I mean, you saw pictures, you saw videos. There are wicked looking dolls, wicked nasty pictures, implements of destruction, knives,
axes,
bone saws. Oh my God.
Jesus.
All right. Your story time is up.
No,
go ahead.
No. I got to say this though. Out of all the places I've ever been to, I've never received such accommodations.
It was fantastic.
They were fantastic.
So the kitchen was our headquarters area, because they had like little Halloween cauldrons, those big plastic cauldrons full of snacks. They had a refrigerator full of drinks. They had coffee. They had donuts.
Yep. Big bowls of candy.
Almost every piece of equipment we would have needed.
They had the Ovilus. They had everything.
REM pods.
They had things that...
We're going to talk about this headset thing in a little bit.
Yeah. Oh. I got video of that. I don't know. I didn't bleep out the
Oh,
language.
did you send me that picture so I can put it up?
I
You
did.
Where? Oh, I see it.
So
No, you
I
didn't.
yeah, I did. I sent it in Messenger. Did you watch that
oh,
video?
No, I don't have that. The picture.
Yeah, I sent it to you,
No,
bro.
I don't have it. Okay. Who'd you send it to? Because you didn't send it to me.
Oh, I sent it back to me.
You dork.
I
Okay.
really did. I really did. All right. So I just want to give a huge shout out and props to the owners of
Sonny
the home.
Estes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonny and what's her name? Kathy.
Yep. Sonny and Kathy were just phenomenal. They followed up. They
Great
took
people.
care-
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's first and foremost. I'll say this. And I said it on the film. That house to me felt the same way as what the Velisca X murder house felt like. That's what it felt like. I told Ron multiple times, it felt like somebody, and I told Sonny too when we were upstairs, like somebody was literally squeezing my head. You know, and I know I'm sensitive, right? I know that I'm sensitive to all that.
Mhm.
And so when energy shifts, if anybody watched the last video, we'll get to all that. I almost just completely jump subjects. Something was happening. And so I was uncomfortable from the get. Now, the reason my body felt that way is because bad things, right? The Velisca house, for a long time, that's an awesome picture.
It is a great picture.
For a long time,
we'll go to the break with this picture.
Yep. Never believed that the children in the Velisca house, the 6 children that were slain by an axe, I never believed that it's them that is in that house haunting it. I just don't. Really hard, especially if you're a person of faith. There's no way that I just can't. I just won't, right? I believe it's something sinister. And I'm going to say a word that I can't stand, but something more because it's what people understand. More of a demonic, darker nature, creature-ish almost, non-human type of entities that just prey and feed off of people like us, right? And when I went into the Hill house, I felt that same thing. And what didn't I do when I was at the Velisca house? I didn't go in the attic because something to me very bad, like the boss, you know what I mean? The boss of the creatures that slither that home, right? And I felt the same way when I went upstairs. Now I felt uncomfortable downstairs, but not nearly. You saw me every time going up those stairs. I had to sit there and just stop.
Well, the stairs go up and then they turn right, and there's a little landing right there. And every time he got to the landing, he stopped. What's funny though is when we were getting he did more stuff, ballsy stuff, when we were getting a tour, than he did on his own later.
Because there's a bunch of people there, and Brad was doing it, and I had to do it.
So, but when we started up the stairs on the tour, Sonny yells up there to the 5 or 6 spirits that live upstairs.
Man.
He's like, "All right, we're coming up, blah, 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 blah." He's called them by names. He goes, "You guys just know that we're bringing up visitors. You remember what I told you?" And I thought to myself, what the hell did he tell them?
Yeah, what'd he say?
And so we get to the landing on the stairs, and of course it's dark upstairs.
Dark.
And I'm like, okay. Well, actually, it wasn't completely dark outside when we were getting the tour, because I remember seeing,
light.
A light
That's
outside.
A really
the
good
windows.
word.
Yeah.
Light. It's our friend.
But
so we go up the stairs.
Yeah.
The first time.
That there's nowhere in that house upstairs that you can step that doesn't creak elsewhere upstairs. That's how old that house is. The house was built in 1860. Now, we were in what's called the newer section.
Yeah.
The bigger part of the house is the newer section. I think it was the 1900s or the 1890s, something like that. But there's no place upstairs that when you're walking on, and it's a wood, a wood floor, that when you step on the floor, you can't hear creaking in other rooms. Now, I will tell you, Rocky, something that I remember distinctly is that the upstairs was built more like an entire attic area.
Yeah, well,
because each of the rooms weren't very tall, and they had slanted walls after about shoulder height, and then a square. But it was only like paneling. There was no drywall upstairs that I remember seeing
Nope,
at all.
nope. And the original house was literally as big as half this room. So it wasn't big. And then so you had the add-ons, and I think they just found sleeping and made sleeping quarters upstairs.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Interesting house, man. It was just, it's different. And now it's weird because, here's the thing is sometimes you go to these houses and you're looking for the obvious. We were talking about this before the show started. You look for the obvious. You're looking for the doors to shut. You're looking for cupboards to move. You're looking for a ball to roll, or that damn ass, freaking possessed ass doll on the rocking horse, her eyeballs to light up.
Oof.
Ugh.
That, to me, that one wasn't as bad as those two bitches in that freaking Shadow Man room.
Bitches, dude. I got close-up footage, and their eyes changed.
God, dog.
Dude.
Look, guys, we're going to tell you about Brad Staggs in a minute. You won't even believe some of the stuff I'm about to tell you about him.
It's weird. So when you look for the obvious, you are, and this is what happened, because now I'm going through some of the video I did on my camera.
Yeah.
And then the new video camera that we got with the night vision. I started watching the last spirit box we did up in the room. We got a video of it on YouTube, but I got it in infrared, and I did nothing but keep it pointed out the door because I couldn't look out there. I was afraid I was going to see.
Yeah, because if you're looking out of Jacob's room,
to the railing,
yeah, you're looking out at the stairwell. It comes up like that out in front of his room. So you got a little short hallway and the stairwell, the gate, or the whatever it's called, the banister.
Yep.
And then you can see down the stairs, but there's a window across. So looking out that door, anything that passes in front of that window, because there were lights on that side, it was like a little desk area before you went into another room. You could see anything that would pass there. But in infrared, he can see things that I wasn't able to see just looking out the door. But quite honestly, my eyes never hit that doorway because I didn't want to see.
Same here. And, maybe because, I didn't want to look out there because I kept thinking that I was going to see the hands grab the railing and then peek up.
Yeah.
And maybe at a psychic level, maybe that's exactly
and
what
where
the
we
entity
were
was doing.
Yeah. And where we were, there was no escape.
Escape.
If somebody had done that, I was hugging you.
No.
There was nothing to do.
Railing. I'm going over.
He's there.
I'm going over him.
Oh,
I'm skipping it all and going straight down that shit, bro. I kept feeling that. But now, when we were in there the entire time for about 15 minutes, I had a complete reaction.
He did.
To where it was nonstop. It was absolutely nonstop, to where every freaking hair on my body. I mean, I showed Ryan. I pulled my arm up, and the hair on my arm was literally straight. It was straight up. And we got
2 or 3 times.
Hardcore.
Yeah. Now that's on video, folks. I was filming that at the time it was happening. And we apologize. We didn't realize that the videos that we were posting, you could see them live, but if you didn't catch it live, they were setting themselves to private.
Yep.
And I didn't know it till the next morning. So they're all open now. And there's not but 4 or 5 or 6 maybe videos. Plus we did one that we broadcast everywhere to Mojo and everything else. But the other videos we just did to ourselves. And then we've got video on our phones and on the cameras. We've got video on my 360 camera, which we haven't looked at yet, because I would set it in a room and we'd go somewhere else. So it's sat in there by itself.
Yep. 360 camera. So you can
just spin it
all the way around
and look
the room.
around. Yeah.
That's badass, man.
Is it not badass?
It's badass.
But I'm going to tell you this. We talking about Jacob's room where we were.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Joshua's room.
Okay.
Joshua was the little boy who was disfigured, who has a webbed hand, elongated skull, and kind of crawls around because his legs aren't there. But we were in his room, but there's a crawl space in the attic that kind of goes into another room behind that one. That Brad and Rocky during the tour crawled their ass in there and went all the way back in that room. But you wouldn't do it after the tour. Brad did.
I don't care what Brad does.
Yeah, Brad did. Brad was in that room and sitting behind us in that one little room when we were shooting that session there in that.
He crawled back there in complete darkness.
Complete darkness. And this idiot
Who?
Sat
you talking
back.
to me?
No, Brad. Sat back there with his knife, his pocket knife, open in his right hand and his left hand out. This is what he said he did. And he kept challenging any spirits that were there to take the knife and cut his palm, his left palm. I'm like, are you an idiot?
Yep.
He's like, I couldn't even get him to cut my palm. He said they wrote the word kill in there, but I couldn't get him to write. I'm like, you're a dumbass. But that's not the only thing he did. Because that dude, he wanted to see something. He wanted something to happen to him.
Do you think that at that level it's more dangerous?
I don't know if it's more dangerous or they just don't do anything because of that.
It could be.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
They're like, you little ballsy son of a bitch.
Dude,
nope, we're not doing.
When I went back there, that's where the creature kid, that's where he would hide.
Why do you not remember their names?
I'm just not about that. All right, bro.
Yeah, I know there's a Jacob, there's a Joshua, there's a Toby. We've talked about Toby
there's
before.
Right there. Good luck with that.
And that's about it for me. I think there's a Steve and a Bill or Priscilla. Yeah. There's a Priscilla.
There's a guy downstairs.
Yeah, there's Willie. Willie's
the original owner.
Yeah, Willie.
I remember that.
Is the one that they in the scratch room where they played poker with him. And that scratch room was crazy. But we never went back in that room.
We didn't. I'm disappointed about that.
I'm disappointed in that.
Well,
we never even went back in there.
Brad was tired and he was leaving, and Ron didn't feel safe with just me and him being there.
We'll talk about that too.
Yeah, we will.
Guys, it was a fantastic time. There's more stories we've got to tell you. We actually did catch a couple of things that we haven't talked about yet. And then I want to tell you about the time Rocky and I were the most scared during the night.
I didn't get scared at all.
Yeah, you did too.
Dude, I'm a demon warrior.
No, you did. You got scared.
And
so did I.
It's what's really oh yeah, that's right. What's really humbling is to realize that you did nothing but talk shit for 3 weeks. I'm talking to me about we're doing challenges. Oh yeah, we're going in the attic by ourselves.
Ask him if he'd go upstairs by himself.
Hell no.
He did not go upstairs by himself.
No, and then you left my ass last in line going down that one time, and I freaked out.
And you were like pushing us down. I don't want to be last. I don't want to be last. I don't want to be last.
Dude, I almost got
I'm like, have you done this
Bigfoot
before? You've done this before, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm scared. Folks, hey, freaking Abnormal Realities. Get on over to the website, abnormalrealities.com. And of course.
We'll close them out with this picture. Let them look at
take it right here.
Yeah, we'll close you out with this picture, and then we'll go to break. See you in a bit.
Feel it.
At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and we'd be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Abnormal Realities.
I love my mom.
Yep. She sent me a message.
My mom did?
Yeah, Wednesday night, and she invited me over tomorrow night to watch Titanic and share a bowl of popcorn. And I accepted.
You did?
Yep.
That'd be fun.
And she calls it Chaps Only Night. Every Saturday night.
Look.
Miss Dixie, how you doing? He said, it's my mom, bro. All right, it's my mom.
I want to hear the answer to the Titanic and popcorn. Go ahead, Mom. What's up?
Oh!
Hi, boys.
Hi,
I
Mom.
just wanted to ask Rocky if he wanted butter on that popcorn or not.
I would rather
God.
have the butter somewhere else, but if popcorn's the only place I can have it, I'll take it.
Well,
Jeez,
hey,
dude.
nobody says I can't roll around in it for a little bit.
All right, Mom.
That is my
Love you.
girl. I love you,
Mom.
Dixie.
Abnormal Realities
Bye, Mom. Love you.
Dixie.
Bye. I love you too.
with Ron and Rocky. 8 p.m. Eastern, Mojo 50.
Holy crap. Welcome back to Abnormal Realities, folks. I'm Ron Phillips. That is Rocci Stucci. What are you doing?
How you doing?
Digging through the stuff. So check it out. So the house was completely wired with video cameras and what do you call those cameras?
Can't remember.
Yeah, something started with a B. But anyhow, those cameras actually were better infrared cameras that had audio built into them. The other cameras were just security cameras with no audio. But these cameras had audio built into them. So Sonny was staying the night in the trailer out in the parking lot. That's what they do when the house is occupied. And he stayed up till, he was up when we left.
Yeah.
And any time we would go into a room to do a spirit box session, Sonny would record us doing that session and record what was being done on the spirit box, because a lot of times he could pick up stuff that we couldn't in the moment. And he was messaging Rocky over and over and over again with, here's what I heard here. Here's what I heard here. And we would listen to it and go, huh, holy shit.
Yep. Some of them are hard. Some of them, you're like, and other ones are like, oh shit, it did say that.
It got my name a couple of times.
We got your name really good a couple times.
Yeah. Let me tell them about the time that both of us got scared.
Yeah.
So there's
and then I got a couple videos I want to show you.
There's this cool little device that they had in there on the counter. Yeah. I'm not even sure. It was called the name was across the top of it. It was like a
Space Wars Trek helmet.
It was
thing.
It was like a goggleinator or some shit like that. But what it was, it's not really that. But what it was it was a contraption that you put on your head that actually had an infrared light built into it. But then it had these eyepieces, and in front of the eyepiece was a camera that could see infrared. And so when you put it on, you were literally looking at a camera at the camera screen. So it made you kind of walk funny because it was just kind of weird. But you could be in a completely dark room and everything in that room is lit up. It was similar to what the military wears, for their infrared night vision, kind of on a $2-3 level, right? Okay. So Rocky puts these on and he decides he's going to go walking outside. So the kitchen area had a black curtain.
Yeah, it did.
And once you went past the black curtain, everything else was
world changes.
Not dark, because they had lights on, but they were light bulbs that were deep red or, kind of just a deep color. So the house stayed dim.
Yep.
So Rocky walks out and the stairs are right in front of him, and he walks out and turns right and kind of goes to the living room and he's looking around. Well, what he didn't know was that I followed him to the curtain and I was standing at the curtain. So he turns around and he's looking back towards the stairwell and bumped something or did something that made this weird music box start playing.
Yes, the music box. I forgot about that.
The music the music playing startled me. And I spoke to say, what the F is that? And he turned toward me right at the same time I
wearing
did
the goggles.
Wearing the goggles. And me, in infrared, I'm just a white blob.
All up in my face.
And I was that close to him when he turned to look at me, and he screamed and jumped, which scared the hell out of me, and I screamed and jumped.
No, you didn't jump,
and
dude.
then we just started laughing.
No, you ran in you ran in place. Here's Phillips. Phillips said,
I don't recall doing that.
I recall.
But I can tell you, I almost pooped right there. That was when I almost needed to change because it scared me. I knew what I was looking at. He was standing right there. But I didn't
Why did you freak out?
I didn't know what you saw in those lenses that might have freaked you out. Because whatever it was standing beside me, and I didn't want to be there.
Oh, dude.
And the music box playing, it was just all a freaky little weird thing going on. It was dumb.
Oh,
anyhow,
God, dude.
That was really.
I didn't know what you were saying.
That was really the only time either one of us got scared.
Funny as hell.
Except the one time I put my hand on Rocky as he was going up the stairs, and he was like, "Dude, don't push me up
the stairs, man. It's you need time. You need effing time going up those stairs. I stopped the whole group.
You did. You got to get your brain right.
Yeah, I got up to the first level, ready to take it right up the stairs, and then I just stopped, and everyone's like, "Rocky, what are you doing, bro? Dude, come on, let's go." I'm like, "Just hold on." I'm like, seriously, just let me get my breath. All right, because it's like I'm deep diving into the Titanic.
This was our first trip up by ourselves.
First trip up by. I mean, that was like we were in Vietnam,
and
dude.
it was dark.
And
dark
I was
outside.
never in Vietnam, and I felt like I was there.
It was dark outside. We may have had a few smoke breaks throughout the night, just to kind of take a break.
Yeah.
But there was one time somebody stayed in the kitchen area by themselves. Was it Beth? It was Beth.
Beth, because
she didn't want to.
So you noticed the difference with like Brad's techniques and Beth's techniques. Now you also noticed how frail I was during certain situations. Just going upstairs, you saw me being uncomfortable.
It was apprehension is what it was.
Because you know the possibilities from something you experienced in the past.
Yeah.
So you know what could actually really happen and the psychological and physical effect it has on the body.
Yes. Yeah.
So you enter that situation.
I was always hyper aware.
Brad.
Because I kept hearing stories of what they call Class A EVPs, where you physically hear the sound.
Voice, yes.
I kept expecting any moment to hear that, especially when I was peeing the first time I was in the house. AVPs.
Yep.
Because that would have freaked me the hell out.
That house.
I really did want that scare. I wanted that scare while I was
understand.
there.
I understand.
I didn't get it, but I wanted that. I wanted that scare enough for me to grab you and hug you. That's what I wanted.
I wanted you to have that too.
For me to feel like I needed to protect my family and hug Rocky and put him between me and the entity.
Yeah. Dude, I was there for you. Dude, I'm the demon warrior. I'll say, leave Ron alone. Damn it.
Yeah. From behind everybody else.
It's that yep, that's right. Behind a child. That house literally has a life of its own. Now, we're looking for that ooh-ha moment, right? We call that the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
But put that aside, we go back and we start, because there's a crap ton of video that we recorded that we didn't post on YouTube. You could almost just upload the raw material and just let people go through it,
Yeah. And a lot of people got tired of listening to the the squelch.
I understand that. It's easier though, because when you do EVPs and you have somebody like a Brad Staggs crawling through the roof joints and whatever you call them, the rafters, and you have all this sound behind you, you cannot really do it because everything is contaminating what you're doing. Unless you can guarantee complete silence in a home, it's and EVPs are, we got a couple. We did with the recorders. We got EVPs, but there was just too much. So the spirit box is the only alternative if you want to hear a voice.
But I'm going to tell you though, as soon as you shut that off, everybody's hearing just goes.
It does.
And you get real hypersensitive to every crack, every sound.
I was like, well, thanks for the warning.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it does. We got a lot, and we got way more than we even realized that we got. I mean, when we have one of the owners that is sending us a video clip every 3 minutes on our first trip.
Yep.
He sent us like 15 different audio clips from our first session. And they're talking about demons, Satan. They're saying Ron's name.
Yeah.
We got literally 1% radio. Ron, how many radio channels did you hear come through that box?
Oh, very few. Very few.
So it was running perfect. It was dialed in. I can't do it in Ron's room because Ron has too many things drawing in radio signals here. Yeah. So I get, you can't do it here. And that was the perfect circumstances for it.
People are commenting. See if you can. Do you remember the name of the bowl? I don't remember what they called that.
Singing bowl or something like that?
It was like a Tibetan something or another.
Well, they
it was
use
really
them in Tibet a lot, but I think they call it the singing bowl.
so. Most of you who
singing
saw it on video, it's a bowl about this big, about this tall, made of glass,
Singing bowls.
and
Yep.
the wand was a long, stick about this long, but it had this rubber piece wrapped around it, and kind of like what you do when you wet your finger and you rub it around a wine glass to make that tone. Well, that bowl that's what you would do with that little rubber piece and make that tone. And those of you who saw the video, Brad's plaything, that he sat there and did that. And dude, it will throw you into a trance in a heartbeat.
It goes through your chest. I loved it.
When you get it wound up, you can't tell where that sound is coming from.
It sounds like it's coming from behind you.
Yeah.
So now there's bowls here. You can buy them at certain hertz. So you can buy one at 440 for your heart. Energy, you can buy one for 432 hertz. So anybody who's like an energy healer or has done any kind of research with sound healing, that's that exactly. So you start doing that, and whatever hertz that was, because they said that activates your third eye. That's what he was saying.
Correct.
Now,
That's right.
I don't know any of the other characteristics of the frequency of it, but you start doing it like Ron said. You don't know where that's because it's bouncing off of everything, and it's like vibrating your soul.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
Roger Rabbit. It looked to be made of selenite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have some here in like, I don't know if that's copper or whatever that's made out of. It's all different types of materials, but this here looks like the one we used right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this one here at 440 hertz is $40. So they're not super expensive.
Yeah. It was an intriguing little test. Now, we took that bowl, or we actually were upstairs and we went into Emily's room. That's the other person.
Yep.
Emily was what was the deal with Emily's room?
Can't remember.
She's the one that doesn't like people at all.
Nobody there did.
At all. And Misty wouldn't even go in that room.
I'm so
We
proud
kept
of
trying
them.
to get her. Now, Kate did, my daughter.
Well, it took them a while for them to just come up
warm
the
up,
stairs. Yeah, the whole first session, they stayed on the
They
stairs.
stayed,
were
well,
ready
they
to
stayed
go.
on the stairs. They didn't
Ready
even
to
come
go.
up. Yeah. Yeah. And so we sat down in that room, Brad and Rocky sat in the floor, and that's on video, and they used the little singing bowl, and, we talked a little bit and tried to figure out what's going on.
I want to point out, if anybody goes back and watches Brad do this singing bowl, I really want you to look at the curvature and aerodynamical grippage that he had in his wrist when he was, this dude was feeling it, man.
Oh, he was.
It was feeling.
And he would do it real loud, and then he'd do it real soft.
And then a little ping.
And then ding.
And then he was doing
and then
this
do it again.
with his wrist. This little. He was all elegant into it, and and it was for real. That wasn't even an act. That dude was feeling it. I think he was healed a little
What
bit.
was, in your opinion, what was the best part of the house to you?
The last room we were in, for some reason.
Joshua's room?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
So I got a kick out of sitting in Toby's room upstairs.
That's the seance room, right?
No, that's Toby's room. The seance room is Emily's room. Toby's room was the one where you walked in and then you turned right and went down to the bootlegger room.
Yep.
Toby's room is that room right there. Toby isn't a spirit per se. Toby is a demon. That's what he kept saying.
You think you could take
Toby was never alive.
it? We have audio of that.
What?
It's a Toby Satan.
Yeah. Toby Toby was never alive. Toby was the demon. He's the one that we've shown you the pictures of.
Yeah, right here.
That was just
Toby,
a vicious,
demon.
vicious looking image. And so we, I guess the best part of the house to me, believe it or not, was the living room, dining room. Because what I understood Lisa, your wife, to say is that this was the worst place in the house.
She was spot on just about
Everything she said.
everything she said. She
Now,
was
nothing
talking with
happened
Misty
to us
night.
that we know of down in the living room, dining room, but I did run the 360 down there by itself while we were upstairs or back in the kitchen. And I'm anxious to look around on that thing to see if it picked up anything while we were in there.
I'm anxious to watch the video from the infrared camera when we did our last session, when I was pointing it out the door the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
I am, and I don't know, I may just upload the raw video from the infrared and just let everybody kind of do the work with us.
Yeah.
So
See if you can find something. But
So here's a few samples. I'm not going to play anything right yet. I'm just going to tell you some of what it says for the EVPs. He want us. You want it. Satan. Next one says devils. Get the people. devil, capable. And then I was saying thank you here. And this one says, you're welcome. Here's one that says Toby, one that says Ricky. Here's one that says F you. I'm playing that one for you. So, you know what I'm saying? Because once you hear it, you hear it. We got one here that says, no, you can't. I don't want to say the name because it's a name of one.
Yeah.
But it starts with B-E-E-Z. So do the math. It said the whole name. That is bad.
Why you can't say that word?
You don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like you're calling it to us. So it's just like you don't say
It's
it.
like you don't say Beetlejuice?
That was close.
Okay.
Yeah, freaked me out a little bit. Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it's another name for Satan. You just don't want to say it, apparently. Okay.
This one says always mean. This one here says Toby, demon. This one here says I'd watch out. This one here says number one bitch. Then it said your money. Here's another one. Love him, demon. That's all in one sentence. Love him, demon. Here's another one says, you're haunting me. This one here was really clear. This was an EVP. Yeah. This was not Spirit Box. This was an EVP picked up by the camera that says, kiss him on the back. We're going to play that one first. And then I'm Emily. We hold you. That one's faint, so I'm not even going to read it. I'm not going to read that. Bought that for me. Did we give him something? And then, Toby Demon. So.
Did we give who something?
Did we give $1?
Oh, you did. You gave Joshua $1.
That's right.
Laid it on the table.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. I want to play. Now, this one here is going to be an EVP, so you got to listen. Now, if you have headphones, put them on right now. Which one am I playing? You're haunting me. Kiss him on the back. So I'm going to play this one. You want to do the video, Rod?
Yeah, I can.
All right. So I'm going to have to, hold on. I'm going to pause it. Okay.
Are you plugged in? You got audio?
I'm making sure I do all right here. All right.
Okay, you ready?
I am ready.
All right, here we go.
Okay, listen close.
All right, now one way over here. Joshua, can you go touch that girl on the horse? And make her sing for me, please, buddy? That would be great.
Right there.
Yeah, what did he say?
Kiss him on the back. Okay, so I'm going to play it again. I'm going to start at 26 seconds.
Yeah.
Play it again. Ready?
Wow.
That's the exact same voice that another group got an EVP that says, get me a beer.
Yeah.
Kiss him on the back.
That's freaking weird. Where are we at right here?
We are right, there's Bonnie right on top of the stairs.
Okay.
So, and that was the second time up because they were brave enough to break the threshold of the stairs. It took them until the second time. So that was their second time up. All right. So, you can take that screen off.
Okay.
And then, let me see here. I'm going to do the FU one. And now listen, because it's actually behind the noise. And again, when you hear it, you hear it. I want to do a timestamp here really quick, Philip, so don't put the screen on yet.
Yeah.
Where is that? Sorry. Let me just pull it up here. Because one thing you're not going to get on a radio wave is at 16 seconds. So let me do this. Let me get it to right about there. Let me turn this on. All right, you ready?
Yep.
It's at 16 seconds. You can see the clock.
How do you get not a boy? I mean, who am I talking to? Joshua.
Okay, I'm going to play it again. You'll hear it. Listen close, because when you hear it, you hear it. Oh, sorry.
What's it saying?
F-U. Yep.
I didn't quite get that one.
It says F-U. Yeah. Come on.
I don't know who that is standing there. I think that's Misty.
I don't know who's wearing the black jacket. See, all these are timestamped, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed that El Banio is in a lot of those.
That's me right there. Okay. Yeah. So it was an eventful evening. I didn't get the experience that I was hoping for, but it was entertaining and I learned a lot. I was almost like Brad, not really. Brad was like, show me something, give me something.
Yep.
And Brad even went to the, one of the other things Brad did was he went to the bedroom where we've shown you the girl gets yanked off the bed. And Sonny actually went through some of the stored recordings from their from their security cameras and showed us while we were sitting in the kitchen. He's got the cameras and the TVs there and showed us some of these recordings. And that one was one of them. But what we didn't see was the secondary recording where that same woman goes back a week later and she's sitting on that bed again and something scratches her back enough that the blood starts to seep into her shirt on her back. So Brad decides, him and Beth and I were standing down there in that room and it had this real creepy, funky man. There were mannequins all over the place of a nurse. And it's probably in a video somewhere. And so we're standing there talking. I think Rocky and I had gone in there with my daughter right before that. Oh, that was another time I got scared.
Yep.
So in that room, there is a light hanging above us, a light bulb, and it has a long string that hangs down. I didn't realize, because I was wearing a ball cap, I didn't realize I was standing right next to where the string hangs down.
What happened, Ron?
I was backing up or moving or something, and the string hit my hat and rolled around in front of me.
Yeah.
And panicked me.
Doing what?
While Rocky was doing a spirit box session, and I freaked.
It was funny.
And y'all started laughing at me. It was funny, and it was funny to me after it happened.
Because
But
you thought somebody tickled your
I was
ear.
hypersensitive to everything. But anyhow, the story is that Brad, Beth, and I are in there, and I walk back through the living room back to the kitchen, and Beth tells Brad tells Beth to go back in the kitchen. He wants to hang out in there and to close the door. So she leaves the room, closes the door, and we're physically watching Brad as he lays on that same spot in the bed, taunting the spirits in the house to yank him out of the bed. He made a joke this morning. He was like, they didn't yank me out of the bed. All I heard him say was, your fat ass you're too big. You're too fat. We can't yank you out of the bed.
They really said that too.
But anyhow, we watched it. He stayed in there. He'd shine his flashlight around for a minute and then he'd stop and just sit in the dark.
Oh, we were watching.
We watched, he was in there for 15, 20
Dude,
minutes.
It was like we were watching the Super Bowl.
We were all up on the security camera watching. I wanted to see his ass get yanked out of that bed.
So did I.
Whew.
Oh yeah, I did.
But he did not.
Better, and he's big.
Yeah, Brad didn't experience anything in that room that he physically heard or felt.
I think he was taunting too much, and they're just like, F you. I ain't giving you what you want. I don't know you.
We did walk around the grounds. Brad and Beth went to investigate it was a burial site next door.
Yep. No, a kid got hung from a tree right on the tree outside their home.
Yeah. And they buried him over there or something like that. So they went to check that out. And then Rocky and Brad and Beth and I walked around outside because behind the house are deep woods that go up this hill.
Actually, what we were doing is we all had to pee. So we
did.
decided to do it as a team, and we just happened to run into that spot. Thank you.
I left that out of the story.
You're welcome.
Beth did pee. The three of us did.
She held our arms because.
And so we stood there running the flashlight around. I didn't see any shadow men back there. The guy that was talking to us before we ever went in the house, Ryan, who had stayed in the house before, talked about they had come outside one night and heard a whistle from back there. And he says, he's like, you know what they call them. What did he call them? Flesh pedestrians.
Yeah. He didn't want to say,
say the word. Like
a skinwalker.
Yeah. And he said, he said, what you never want to do is whistle back.
That's why
when you hear the whistle.
Yeah. Don't.
What was funny though, is I said, I was telling Brad this story. Were you there when I told him the story?
Is that when he started whistling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard him.
But it was funny because I said, I said, oh, yeah, Brad, they heard somebody whistle up in those. And he goes, oh, what? What? And I'm like, and they said, never whistle back. He's like, oh, shit, you could have told me that before I started whistling. I said, I didn't get a chance. I didn't know your dumbass was going to start whistling.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, but that whole place is freaking weird.
Yep.
It's scary. It would make the best haunted house on the planet.
Yep.
And quite honestly, had it been more active, because we saw videos on, remember I told you we were watching videos that Sonny played for us. We saw videos. We saw this one video of this guy and girl who were staying the night in the house, because you can sleep there, who were staying the night in the house.
I ain't sleeping.
Freaked out and came out in the hallway where the stairs were.
Yep.
And were standing there looking around because they heard something. And then all of a sudden you hear this. Like somebody was climbing the stairs, and they're panicking.
Freaking out. Holding each other.
Panicking. And I'm like, if I hear that tonight, I am the freak out of here.
So he wasn't squeezing her like that because he was protecting her. He was squeezing her like that because he was scared shitless. Because they said it sounded like something like a kid who's getting
was running past them and was stomping up the stairs.
Yeah, because they felt debris go between them. They felt that first, and then they heard the and it said it sounded like somebody was running up the stairs real fast.
Leslie, there is not a movie about this house. You're talking about The Haunting of Hill House, not the same house.
It should be.
It should be, but it's not.
Yep.
Sonny and Kathy, we want to say thank you to those guys for letting us come in. Kathy, we're sorry we missed you. She was ill and not able to come visit with us, but Sonny gave us the tour. Great people. They've had a lot of high profile ghost investigators there. They have a wall where they've got some pictures of ghost investigators there.
We're on there now.
We are on there now because I stuck our business card up there. I may have left our business card several places in the house. So if you're new to the show tonight, thank you for watching.
Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate our craziness.
Yeah, the shows get better. Well, maybe they don't. So as far as schedule goes this week, I haven't really told this to Rocky. I'm not sure what we're going to do the rest of this week because both of us are up against deadlines for the stuff that we've got to get out. And I'm leaving on Saturday.
Yeah, you're up against a big one.
I'm leaving Saturday for a week. We don't know what we're going to do next week, but I'm back on Christmas Day. We'll let everybody know via our Facebook page what we're going to do, what our plans are. We appreciate you hanging out with us. And if you miss a show because we happen to throw one in on a night you're not able to watch it, please go out and watch it on Abnormal Reality's YouTube channel.
Yep.
We're definitely going to try to do a show Friday night because we're giving away the I Want to Believe sign on Friday night. So
hey, get your donations in.
Get your donations in if you want to do this. For every $1 you put in, you get a name, your name in the hat. So
and we lick it. So just saying.
We'll write on the back of it before I leave on Saturday, and we'll get it shipped to you. So.
Yep, that's right, because that's what we do. We lick things and ship them.
We lick and ship.
Bitches.
Ship and lick.
That's what we do.
No, I don't like that at all. That didn't even sound
good. No, it felt good.
It didn't sound good.
I felt it in Petey's ass. Look, he puckered. Look at that.
Thank you for everybody who bought the Abnormal Realities Petey ornament. We don't have any time to get any more of those out to you, but we appreciate it very much. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We had fun at the Haunted Hill House. We've definitely got to go back. Rocci Stucci.
Take us home. AbnormalRealities.com, RomikaDesigns.com, InsaneCustomTumblers.com. Romika Designs. Get your ass over there.com. Love you guys. Hey, from our family to yours, much love, much respect. Until next time, may God bless you and God bless America.
See ya.